This is Bobby Joe Savannah, coming to you from the streets in Plains, Georgia, with none other than the Democratic presidential candidate, Senator Kennedy. Teddy, what's your opinion of the way Jimmy's running his administration back in the White House?
It's not for me to say.
Well, do you personally feel that you stand a good chance of winning this year's election?
Chances are awfully good.
Well, so much for small talk. Now, Teddy, I understand that Mr. Carter is budgeting credit in order to buy our Navy a complete new attire. Do you have any idea what this will consist of?
Tan shoes with pink shoelaces.
And what about the Marines?
A polka dot vest and man-o-man.
And the Army?
A big Panama with a purple hat band.
Well, that figures. He's throwing away more of the money that this economy so desperately thrives upon. Well, thank you for your time, TK, but now let's find out what the average person on the streets has to say. You, sir, you seem like a fine, upstanding young man. I think you'll do. What do you have to say to Jimmy Carter about his press conference here last night?
You cheated, you lied.
I have to agree. Now, what do you think of the way he's handling the Iranian situation?
Tired of waiting for you.
Yes, sir, I'm sure we all are. Now, what did you yourself personally get out of that speech given by Mr. Carter last night? Well, I'm sorry to say he sure has you confused. Well, thank you, sir. You there, usted, senor. What do you think personally of Mr. Carter?
Poco loco, a little crazy.
Well, that's something we can all agree upon, especially after these past 4 years of constant mass confusion and chaos. Well, over here we have good old Mr. Kissinger. Hank, my man, basically what has Jimmy told you about this entire issue?
Lies.
So in your opinion, you'd consider him, Well, I'll buy that. Hank, confidentially, I noticed you talking to those foreign diplomats from over yonder. What did they have to say to you?
I need some gas money.
Well, we all know that for a fact, but where else can we buy some crude oil?
In a land called Honolulu.
Well, thank you, Henry. And now a word from our sponsor.
If you're satisfied with the way things are going these days, and if you're satisfied with the price of gasoline, and if you can afford the outrageously high cost of living, then you should not be listening to this record. But if you can't afford the pain that all of our hostages have suffered this past year in Iran, then don't even consider voting for Jimmy Carter in the next election. It's your life. Think of your family. This message brought to you by the committee not to elect Jimmy Carter.
Attaboy.